When I was in 6th grade, I went on my first diet because my friends were doing it, and it's the first time I really ever cared about what my weight was. Growing up, I didn't have a good relationship with food at all, and it's not really anyone's fault. I think I grew up in a time where culture was very like, be skinny, diet, do low fat, Weight Watchers. I feel like everyone was constantly on a diet. So 6th grade, first diet. When I was a sophomore in high school, it was the first time I ever made myself throw up because I ate some cookies. And if you eat cookies, you're going to get fat. I want to say like that was shameful, but also like a sense of relief. Like, oh my gosh, this is a way where if I eat something bad, I can enjoy it, but not feel guilty afterwards. And I didn't feel anxious, almost like a drug, like you're taking a drug. Fast forward all through high school, throwing up, restricting, exercising, crazy path of eating disorder. I went and got help first my junior year of high school, and I remember the psychiatrist looking at me and saying, "You don't look like you have an eating disorder." Okay, well, I'm not skinny enough or worthy enough to get help then. Went to college, not a good place for a teenage girl with an eating disorder. Made my way through my freshman year, joined a sorority. Again, probably not a good place for a girl with an eating disorder. Sophomore year was bad. My parents knew that I was struggling with an eating disorder and they were trying to get me help, but it's one of those things where if you don't want help, like you're going to resist it. You're going to be super good at hiding it. You're going to be really good at covering it up. So, sophomore year, I think I decided that I wanted help, but it kept ringing in my head like, you're not skinny enough. So, what did I do? I got skinny enough. I got down to 89 pounds. And when I went home for Christmas break, my parents were like, holy crap, we've got to get you in to do something. So, lots of prayers on their part and hard work and a lot of money. Like, I'm going to get tearful talking about it. Like, they probably spent $50,000 trying to get me into treatment because insurance doesn't cover it. So the day I went into treatment, you have to get a lot of tests to make sure that you're medically okay to not be in a hospital. And I was told if you would have thrown up one more time or worked out today, then you would have had a heart attack. Like, whoa, I am 19 years old. And that's pretty scary. So I went to treatment for 6 weeks. And you know what? This type A perfectionist girl aced treatment. Did everything right through treatment. Imagine that. Walked out thinking that I was cured because I did everything right in treatment. I ate. I did what I was supposed to do. Wrong. Totally wrong. Did not actually do the treatment process of figuring out what was wrong. Again, I went through the motions and hurried up and did what I was supposed to do. Did okay for a while. Senior year, completely relapsed. I mean, bad. I don't know that I've ever even said this out loud before, but I hit rock bottom when I actually took textbooks from my roommates and sold them back to get money so I could binge and purge. Yeah. Not something I'm proud of, not something that I think I've ever even admitted out loud. Came home. My parents knew I was at rock bottom again, and they were trying to do everything that they could to get me back into treatment. So I promised them I could do it on my own. Whatever, can't do it on your own. So dropped out of college. I had one semester left, actually one class left to finish, and tried to come home and get better on my own. And I did okay. I muddled through it and did okay. Fast forward 4 months, met Matt, my husband. I love him. He's amazing. I think God put us in each other's lives because we needed each other. So we dated for a few short months, and I got pregnant with our oldest daughter. Hugest blessing in disguise. So what do you do when you get pregnant? You have someone else to care for. So what does this type A person do? Eats like I'm supposed to and does the things that I'm supposed to. Pregnant, breastfeeding, mom for the next 7 years. So what did I do? Did what I was supposed to do to keep my body healthy and my kids healthy. How did I cope with it? I ran, or I plunged myself into school and learning, and never really still kind of got to the root of what was going on, or fixed my relationship with food. Like, I tracked everything I ate, and if I didn't like something that I ate, then I went to the gym and ran or worked it off. And I made sure that I stayed below like 120, because in my head, if I went above 120, then I was overweight and not worthy. Got done breastfeeding Gannon. He's 9 now. 8 now. I don't even know how old my kids are. He's 8. And knew that I probably needed to like start fixing my relationship with food. I found CrossFit and really dug in to learning about nutrition, learning what I needed to do to try to like help myself. I quit focusing on being skinny and focused on being strong. And that was like a huge game changer for me. I probably went through a bajillion nutrition courses, a bajillion fitness courses, really found like God again. Really found that the root of my eating disorder was stemmed in like anxiety and control, and working through a bunch of stuff, opening gyms, and it just really made me like learn a lot about myself. Fast forward to last year, and that's when we created Rejuvenating. I didn't create Rejuvenating to start an online business. I created it because I know what it's like to not feel confident in your body, to hate the way you look in the mirror, to not have a good relationship with food, to be addicted to food, to be addicted to the scale, to be addicted to just not loving yourself. So the other day, someone told me that they felt like I was being pushy for them to join our program. And I think that our passion can come off as being pushy. And for that, I won't apologize, because you will never find a more passionate group of coaches than we have inside of our company. We have all been through stuff. We've all not had good relationships with food. We've all not loved our bodies. They're the best coaches out there. And yes, we advertise transformations, but not weight loss transformations. Yeah, it's a byproduct of it, but our transformations are like from the inside out. They're gonna improve your relationship with food, your relationship with yourself, your relationship with your family and your kids and your husband, your relationship with exercise, and you're gonna find true health and true happiness. And we're not gonna give you a template and tell you exactly what you need to eat and be that kind of coach. If that's the kind of coach that you're looking for, I can direct you to a bajillion other places. I'm not going to lead you to an eating disorder path. So if you're wanting to be a bodybuilder, wrong program, because I'm not going to lead you down a disordered eating path. I will lead you to be healthy and confident and energetic and happy. So why this 10-minute video? Because I think it's really important that you understand where I came from, where the company came from, that I've struggled. I know that mine was in under eating and anorexia and bulimia, and that yours might be in obesity and overeating. But it's still a bad relationship with food, a bad relationship with your self-worth, and you are worthy and you can overcome this. But you can't unless you're willing to say you need help and to accept help from someone. So that's kind of my story and how our company became what it is now, why we do what we do, and me being really transparent on a Wednesday morning saying stuff that you probably don't necessarily need to know about me. But I think it's good that you know where our heart is and where we're coming from.